Okay, now we're going to look at the key of A. This is another favourite key for many blues artists, whether it's acoustic, country blues, traditional blues, delta blues, any of the styles basically. So first we'll look at the chords that are involved. We'll take our 1 chord, A 7th. Our 4 chord would now be our D 7th. Again, these are shapes you should already be familiar with. And our 5 chord would be our E 7th. And the 1. Again, the 1 chord can be played similar to we've already looked at in E. We can play it with the 1 finger and use all the same rolls, the same movements. And I'll give you a few ideas on that. I'll set the groove up just on the 1 chord. Again, there's that open, there was the roll, there was the stretch, there was the pull, the chromatic rundown, pull, there was our suspended sound, we can move positions now. Our slide, 2-fingered A 7th chord. Our suspended. And once we're in this position, we've all the material as a double stop. Right next door, all the same. There's the drag again, slide. Again, rhythm is going to play a key part to this, whether it's rock and roll, all coming from the same place. We have our 6th intervals. So hopefully you're grasping that the material you've already learnt in the A and the G forms now are old hat to you. They're going to come in on the A form as well. So let me just build up a basic 3-chord blues and we'll look at some of the voicings we can use chordally. A couple of points there. You notice that the D7 chord, at one point I suspended it simply by just moving up to the 3rd fret on the 1st string. At one point also I used the 3rd on the bass on the D chord, which is our F sharp note, just over here, 2nd fret, 6th string. That gives a nice movement, a lift on the bass. Get used to that one. That's very, very common. And on our E chord, just that slight push on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. And I used the first cliche of a turnaround. That was the 1 finger moving down. Remember, you have a lot of options. That was the 2 with pedaling the high A note here. And these can be reversed. That's it, simply coming backwards. Up, up, up. Push. Okay. Let me take another run at that, just a slow blues in A, and I'll just reiterate those voicings for you and the turnaround. First of all, we'll start it with one of the turnarounds. Two-fingered one. Thumb. One finger. So there we have it. That's our starting point for the three chords, basic blues in A. And what we'll do now is we'll add in some of the material we looked at before and see if we can embellish it up. Again, set the tempo or the groove different every time you play. For teaching purposes here, I'll try and keep it fairly slow, and I'll point out anything new that I've added. Okay, let's just start off with our first turnaround, one finger. Okay. There again, the last chord I finished on, in case you're wondering, that was an A13. Let me just give the fingering for it. First finger, 5th fret, 6th string, second finger, 5th fret on the 4th string, third finger, 6th fret on the 3rd string, and finally the 4th finger on the 7th fret, 2nd string. And I simply held and down, just half step. Now remember when we were looking at the E form, I said that the turnaround sometimes could be chordal, and the one we chose was a 1-6-2-5. So we'll have a look at 1-6-2-5 in the key of A. The 1 would be A. Now the 6th note in A would be our F sharp. So let's have a look. We've already looked at this shape. Our F sharp 7th. Our 2 chord in the key of A would be the B. We've already played our B 7th chord. And our 5 would be, as we played before. So let's just insert those as a turnaround. Right, what we can do now, as we did previously, we can half step them. these can become fun is that there are 5 ways we can play, going back to our cage system, there are 5 ways we can play F sharp 7, so it's fun to look around and find it different places. Then we can play that F sharp 7 or B7. 1, 2, this one's coming from the G form, but just the top end. Our E form and our D form. So now it may sound like this. Again, let me just take you through some of those ideas. Target the 1. Here's the 6th, right up here on the 9th fret, the F sharp note. And we might play our 3-note 7th chord, or we might add the raised 9. So we've got fingers 2, right up on the 9th, finger 1 on the 8th, finger 3 on the 9th, finger 4 on the 10th, if we want to add the high. You may want to start just with the 3. And fingering for that on the right hand, I'm simply using the thumb and grabbing the other 2 notes with either fingers 1 and 2 or 2 and 3. Okay. Our B7th chord can be here. Again, exactly the same fingering as we used for F sharp there. 1, 2 and 3 on fret 7, 7, 8. And our E7th, same as the F sharp, only down a tone. Fret 7, 6, 7. Go. Again, that's another beautiful way to jazz it up slightly. And even on your 1 chord, you may want to insert that new 13th chord.